Okay, hey guys, it's been a while since I've been on camera, and it's about 8:35 in the morning as I'm filming this. And today we're going to be talking about something different. We're going to be talking portraits, how I have a 3-week system of finishing portraits and taking my time. So today, I used to finish portraits in 5 minutes with a ballpoint pen. That was crazy talk. Now, it's like, I am not rushing my portrait, and I am not calling it good in 5 minutes. I am taking my precious time on a portrait. Here is the difference between a 5-minute portrait and a finished 3-week portrait. And I'm looking at the sketchbook that's right here, and I like to do these in my sketchbook. But here's the difference between a 5-minute portrait and a 3-week portrait. Yes, that took 3 weeks. And I am in the reviewing stage, and I am really excited about that. This is the Vulcan sketchbook, by the way. So, what my problem was I had with my portrait back then, I would rush it. I would take the time to not learn and just brush my shading, and it will look hairy and it will look very frustrating to me. And now doing these 3-week portraits, I'm like taking my precious time and learning and growing my process as I come back the 3-week system I created. So let's go over the 3 weeks. I time myself and my anxiety when it comes to art. I usually sit down at my desk and I'm like writing down my goals and what I want to do in my portraits. Meaning I like to write down in these little notebooks, these little tiny notebooks. I have these on my desk, and these are wonderful to jot down on what goals you'll want to have for your portraits or whatever comes to your mind that you need to write down. Have those on your desk, and they are a life-changing thing to have it on your desk. And just to set goals, I set a timer for like 10 minutes, like, okay, gotta focus on this part, like say the left eye, or the right eye, or the nose, or the mouth, or shading the face, and just set a goal for 5 to 10 minutes and just go to town with it. Put on some good music at times, just relax. And I usually do this about once a day, because if I do it all day, it's going to make or break the portrait. That's the key. You want to focus on it once a day, and you want to review at the end of the day, okay, this needs to change, or this needs to review, or this needs to basically, yeah. So anyways, my second key is use AI to plan your process. That's what I've been doing for my portraits, and it's been helping a lot. I asked my AI to plan a 3-week portrait system, and she did. And so now I have a 3-week portrait system that I'm very proud of. So week 1 will spend the week sketching the portrait. It takes a while to sketch it, and sometimes especially in the big portraits I'm doing right now, a bigger sketchbook, and it's taking quite a while to sketch the whole thing out, and I'm very proud of that. So my next thing is the breakthrough what I had for the portrait is that photorealism can be tricky. It can be a little bit in the like, it doesn't come from the time. Yes, I said it. It doesn't come from the time at all. It comes from attention and what you set on the piece. Do you want it to make it photoreal? Do you want to make it hyperrealism? What's the intention that you want to create? in the top. You want to set that goal at the beginning of the portrait, only because you want to know your why and your goal setting, and it will help you create your mini goals throughout the portrait instead of being like just winging it. You want to have a clear map and what you want to create, and it could be for any art piece. It doesn't have to be necessarily photorealistic or realism. I like to do photorealistic and realism work because it inspires me, and I just love to create for the sake of creating. I let it go in the pressure if it turns out good or if it turns out like the person I'm drawing, or if it turns out even my intention goals that I'm trying not to let that bother me if I don't meet my goals, which is fine. It's low pressure art, basically. Don't take your art too seriously. It's just, you know, time doesn't make you a serious artist. Um, that's what I've been learning. And just time, just let go of pressure. Be like, oh, I have 3 weeks to complete this. That's great. Or I have like 5 minutes to do this eye. Or like I have time doesn't really matter as long as you're having fun. And I want to emphasize that because to me, a 3 week portrait can be very daunting. Even a month-long portrait, like I'm doing a Harry Potter one right now, and I know I'm doing a lot of talking and not a lot of sharing art because it's in the works in progress stages right now, and you know, I know a lot of drawing videos show you drawing, and they can get done in 5 minutes because it's here's the little secret: their speed effects on a video to make it look like it's done in 5 minutes. You bet that if you look at another speed drawing video or like it's sped up, yep, that's called YouTube Life. That's called it's sped up. They put a lot of time in that piece in 5 minutes or like. But anyway, back to I'm getting off track here. So back to my 3 week process. So the first week is mainly sketching. It's mainly planning, and it's mainly doing the left eye or like the right eye, or it's mainly planning my portrait. Week 2 is refining and adding the shading. And then I go down to week 3, and sometimes for the Selena Gomez Stardance cover I just showed you with the 3 week portrait, is that I feel like it's like I'm in the reviewing stage of that. Week 3 is mainly my reviewing because the week 1 and 2 is creation and week 3 is reviewing. And once you ask yourself questions like props of drawing around in your studio and keep staring at it, be like, okay, what can I change? Or like, but don't be too harsh on yourself. Be gentle. You worked hard on that piece. And you should be proud of it. And no matter how much time you spend on it could be 5 minutes, it could be 10 days. I spent on the portrait a good 10 days on it, or like a good 11 days on it, and gosh darn, I'm gonna be proud of it. And I just want to clarify that because it's very important that you're proud of your work, and that you could be like, hey, this could be in a gallery, or like this could be like on Instagram piece, or like, or TikTok, or whatever. But just be proud of your work. You did it. You put pencil on the page, and you showed up. And a lot of artists be like, how do I show up to draw? Like, I don't feel like drawing today, or like, I don't feel like committing to a piece that I feel too pressure. Let go of pressure. Let go of your fears on the blank page. Easy said than done. I know, I've been there. And I wanted to mention my 3 week process. I hope you guys liked today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And so let's review in a quick note of the 3 week process steps. So week 1 is my sketchy phase. It's my map out features, studying the reference, and getting to know the subject you're drawing. And that is week 1. Week 2 is shading, starting the shading, and still a little bit towards the mapping part of the portrait, and getting to know my tools I'm working with, and getting to know, like, it doesn't have to be a ballpoint pen. It could be like a giraffe. It could be anything, really. It could be like a elephant. I don't know. You choose. You're the artist. So that is week 2. Week 3 of the portrait drawing is reviewing. Taking time to take notes and your little journal here that you keep on your desk. And don't forget to set goals as you go throughout the portrait drawing. Don't get anxiety. It can be like sit down for 10 minutes a day, or wait 15 minutes a day even, or even 5 minutes. I usually do 5 minutes if I feel anxiety for the day, and that could be a lot in a day. And I usually do one session. I don't do multiple sessions throughout the day. That could really mess up your portraits, and that could really you know, it could backfire on you if you're too impatient. But if you're really going to town, if you're really getting in the zone, I think go for it. Do multiple sessions a day. But if it's going to hinder you, don't do it. Just do one session a day. Well, guys, I hope you liked today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm sorry the way I look right now, but, you know, I'm hot. So, and I wanted to wear a summer top, so, to go off. So, anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Notification bell on, so yes, you won't miss a single video. And I hope this video helps you in a way, and I hope it clarifies what to look for in a portrait drawing that will last 3 weeks for you. And I hope this system will help you. I wish I had this video when I first started drawing. I'm like, how can I make my portrait last longer? This is it. This is the goal that you need for your portrait system. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.